All right, it's day 3, Steve Barcelo, Cryptozoology Paranormal Museum. I'm going to head down this trail a little bit. George has hit one trail he walked. Frank and Michael Beaver and another gentleman drove off to go, I guess, hit Summit. Matter of fact, that's their campsite over here. Day 1, Tuesday, and Tuesday night, we had a lot of crazy activity. Got thermal hits, heard footsteps. Like I said in the previous video, Rich saw something, black duck behind these downed trees. Here's a trail I'm going to be heading down. So right now everybody's kind of in a different spot. You can see this drops way off. So we can see what we get. Use the binoculars. Let's see if I see anything out there. I didn't bring the thermal with me. I left it back in the campsite. Matter of fact, I'm going to charge it. I just heard some kind of a thump back that way. You can see there's a tent right there. If you can see over that way, that's part of the campsite. That should be Johnny, but Johnny went home. He's coming back later to do more evening and nighttime stuff. You can see there's a low area here. When it floods and rains, you can see it's still wet. And this is the one, like the stream area that runs across. I'm gonna look for prints through here. This runs behind the campsites. You can see a lot of water ran through here the other night. I'm seeing a ribbon tied back there. I'm gonna have to assume that's one of the spots marked by game camera. Now that's back up here is some of the campsites, the lower ones. Now everything, as you can see, drops behind the campsites, then comes back up to this trail. Now what I'm coming up here is a split. Now if you take Bluff Loop, this would be the, I guess, the ass end of the loop, you could call it. And the little trail I'm on is a side trail. Look at this flowers coming up. Get sidetracked easy, sorry. But this is a side trail that brings you into the campgrounds. So this will bring you back to the swamp area. There you go, that brings you into the campgrounds, which is back behind me here. Now that way, if you go a little bit on that, that's good. You can kind of get a rise, but you can see back behind. It's hard to see, even all the leaves down. That's how thick the trees are. But that's actually a hill back behind on the other side. So I'm gonna walk down here, and this is a spot last season, back behind the campsites. We had a lot of activity, and then back up on that rise, we had something throw something at us, and we got a thermal hit of something walking across. Carefully, breaking my ass going down this slippery, muddy thing. You can see the streams back here. These had to be flowing big time the other day. But you can see now up here, see how that raises up? Okay, really swampy here. I'm just seeing human footprints through here. A lot of the vegetation starting to come up. That's nice. But up on there is where we actually got a thermal hit going from right to left. And that's last season. Now, the campsite's right back up behind us here. Now what we got the other day was down in this low area, which, let me go back up over here. So it would have been back up in here. We came off our campsite, went down. Rich actually chased whatever it was down there. Couldn't see it, but we could hear it. Now you gotta remember it's dark, but it wasn't totally dark, it was dusk. But unfortunately, this torrential rain, we're not gonna find any prints. You can see the only prints we're getting here are really fresh, and these are just hikers, sneakers, trail shoes. This is really very swampy. So tonight's going to be the last night, I believe, before we have too many people come through. It's already getting kind of noisy and crowded. We're getting a lot of people hanging out at the kind of the base camp, which is basically where George and I are staying. And once you get a half dozen Bigfoot characters there telling their stories, investigating's out the window and it's just story time. Everyone just gets louder and louder over each other. There's some mushrooms that are knocked over. But so I'm hoping today we're lucky enough. At least now people are out walking. We're breaking it up a little bit. We can cover enough areas just as long as we know where everybody is. So I'm not doing any calls or knocks. I'm just going to listen and obviously record. So I'm going to go down this trail a little bit just to see what I see over here. Already walking through some spider webs. I'm hearing some noises back up this way. And there's no trails back that way. Here, I'm just trying to see if I see anything in the distance. It's getting warm today, which is nice. Last night was chilly. I opted not to spend the night here. Not to mention we were getting no activity because of the heavy rain the night before, the temperature drop. Hearing something in the distance, I'm trying to make out what it is. I think it's way too distant for you to hear on the camera. Yeah, I just saw something dark there. Let's try to see what it is. Alright, heard something else. Another area where the water runs through, as you can see. No prints here except for the ones I just made. Nobody's been down here since the rain. breeze coming through. It feels good. All right, well, I'll keep on checking in with you guys. Let you know what's happening. We have a couple of campers staying here. That one guy's from upstate New York, heading down towards Florida with a friend, older couple, and not into Bigfoot, not his thing. Kind of curious. Saw a bunch of guys over there. Just came by to say hello. Actually made a stew last night, which was very nice of him, feeding all the characters. But he claims the night of the storm, so not last night, the night before, that he heard some kind of weird calls from his camper. And he's got a Class C camper, large one. Didn't go outside, you know, like I said, it's not his realm, but came and reported to us the next day. And a couple other people reported hearing something. They couldn't make out what it was. So can we say it was Bigfoot? No, of course not. But we've got people paying attention, which is good. So we'll see what comes up. Lots of birds and bugs, which is good. I'm gonna head back to the campsite now. I'm gonna set up some equipment, things that will alert us if any movements out here. Feels right today. Tuesday we were here, I had that kind of still feel, and you kind of almost felt something was watching you. We had all this crazy activity. Yesterday didn't have any of that, and we got like nothing. And I like the way things are going today. All right, I'm gonna climb my fat ass back up this little hill here. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Support the museum so we can keep on getting out and doing more of these trips, investigations, crypto and paranormal. I brought everything with me on this trip so we can cover the whole gamut. If you get a chance, see the video it was shot just before this one. The thumbnail is going to be the image of this heat source we got. It looks kind of humanoid, and that was right behind our campsite, like I said, and the video will explain more to you. But thanks for subscribing and watching. We appreciate it.